Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and we are enjoying life's journey while on the path to financial freedom. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a new video this week. I'm going to be sharing with you our $84 grocery haul for a family of 4. I had some requests. People were interested in seeing what we purchased because we're keeping our grocery budget down to basically $12 a day or $84 a week, or if it's a 4 Friday month, we have $336 budget, or we have $420 budget if it's a 5 Friday month. So basically every Friday we consider it to be the beginning of our week. And so I went ahead and filmed the grocery haul that I had for this week. It was $84 along with the meals that we're going to be having. They're crock-pot meals, and so I'm going to be doing some food prep or meal prepping with you in this video as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some motivation out of it. Let's jump on. So today I spent a total of $102 at the store. About 84 of that is the grocery budget, and then the other part are household items. And today was the first time we actually tried the Walmart pickup. So I ordered online, and then all we do is go to the store and pick up. And the reason I tried it is because we shop at Walmart anyway, but we also have a Discover credit card that earns cash back, and they had their bonus for this month that if we spent for the first $100 that we spent on an online order and picked up, we get 10% cash back instead of the regular 2%. So I thought, why not? We shop at Walmart anyway. So I normally would have just did the $84 grocery portion, but because I wanted to get the full, take advantage of the full 100, we went ahead and bought a few other things. So real quick, I'll just show you what's not grocery, and then we'll jump into the food. These are just the household items that we had to pick up. Freezer bags, some baking sheets, and then I actually stocked up on these. We are starting a few stockpiles, so I wanted to have a year supply of sponges. We basically put a new sponge for the kitchen counter or for the dishes every month. So I have 12 here, so I have a year supply. They're only $1 for 2, so that was $6. This was like maybe $3, and then this was about $3 as well. So, and then these are just a few things I'm not counting as the food. Spices, you know, some of these spices will last probably a year, and the oil will easily last us for the month. So I didn't count those as our regular $84. I kind of grouped it by breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. There, I'll let you know, there's a few things we already have on hand, so I'll let you know about that. So the first thing we have here is kind of like breakfast type things. So we have like eggs and tater tots, milk and cereal, and then fruit. Basically we have strawberries and cantaloupe are a good breakfast one. These are limes. I drink the juice of a lime every single day. It actually helps me prevent my kidney stones from coming back, so that's been working out real good. For lunch, Ricky and I actually, the crock-pot meals I'm going to share with you, will make enough for our dinner and then lunch for the next day. So this is not really much lunch for me, but it's for the girls. So the girls like to do lunchable type things. So we have ham. We already have crackers on hand, so we didn't have to get crackers. And then we have baby carrots, cucumbers, and then they can also have fruit. So there's bananas and apples if they want to. We usually do at least one sweet treat. So the girls have the popsicles, and then Ricky likes chocolate ice cream. I'm not a big ice cream person, so usually what I'll do is actually dip my fruit in, I have like a dipping sauce that's kind of like a sweet cream cheese type thing that we already have on hand. So that's usually my sweet treat. And then we did end up getting chips. We don't normally get chips unless it's like camping or something, but one of the dishes I'm doing is like an enchilada thing, so we can either do it with this, or I bought like some street taco tortillas, so we'll see. And the girls like these, so they can snack or have these with their lunch. Another option, other things that we have on hand for lunch options are macaroni, cheese, and hot dogs, which we already have. We pretty much always have on hand. And we still have a loaf of bread and peanut butter and jelly. So those are the other lunch options if the girls want that. So next up, we got 2 of these chicken broth. Like I said, we're going to be doing crock-pot meals. All of this right here is enough to do 8 crock-pot meals, or basically 8 meals. I have 7 crock-pot meals and 1 oven bake, and like I mentioned, it will actually, each one will, you know, serve us dinner as a family, and then my husband and I lunch. So we have the chicken broth, we have penne pasta, we have this sauce. I wanted to try some of these sauces So this is the 4-cheese Rosa. I got both of these because they have Asiago cheese in it. It's one of my favorite cheese for pasta. And then this one is 4-cheese as well. So we're gonna be doing kind of like an Alfredo, but I'm gonna use these linguine in the crock pot, and then we're gonna do a penne in the oven. And then we got cheeses that we needed, basically Parmesan, Italian style, so this has a few different cheeses in there. And then this is a big one of the taco blend, and a big butter. Now I ordered the smaller ones online, but I guess these were all there was, but they didn't charge me more, which was kind of cool, so bonus there. I ordered red potatoes, but I guess they didn't have a bag of 5 pounds, so I got the rustic potatoes, which is fine. We got 2 packs of these cream cheeses, so these are actually going to be for 2 separate recipes, and then basically extras, so basically it's like enough to do each one twice. So I'm kind of, you know, doubling up on some of this stuff. So some of this stuff will last us 2 weeks. Yeah. A little pack of salad, and then we have carrots and celery, and then a big bag of frozen broccoli. We still have other frozen vegetables on hand as well. Then one other recipe we have, we're going to be doing the cream corn with the regular corn. It's like a corn chowder. So we have the half and half with that. The enchiladas that we're doing, I already have the enchilada sauce, so I didn't have to purchase that. They got these little street tacos. They're like super cute. They're like really tiny. So those are cute. And then we're going to be doing like, with these is going to be like a chicken and rice soup, and we already have the rice on hand. So there's a few things we already have, and then these are actually chicken thighs, because it's quite a bit cheaper to do chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts, so I'm going that route this time because everything is pretty much crock pot. I mean, I can cook it for a long time and it'll still be really nice and tender. The thing is, however, I wasn't sure how to tell online. I wanted skinless, and these actually have skin on it, so that's just an extra step I'm gonna have to deal with as far as the skin. But I have 2 packs here, and they're actually 5.5 pounds. So this, like I said, you know, this is easily 2 weeks worth of chicken and stuff like that. So we got all of that for $84. If you want to see more grocery haul videos, let me know as well. Hit the like button so I know that you like this type of a video, and maybe I'll share with you our shopping haul for next week. I will warn you though, a lot of the times things are very similar, because I make the same things pretty much over and over again, and I pretty much live by the crock pot. So after a few weeks, you'll probably see everything that we make, but that's, you know, makes it easier on you, and then you pretty much know what your budget's going to be like every week, and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so this is our grocery haul for a family of 4. Basically, it's my husband and myself, and then we have 2 daughters, age 8 and 4, who will soon be 5. When school starts, the girls do get free breakfast at their school, so that helps us out even more. Also, you'll notice that we don't buy any juice or soda or anything like that. Usually we'll buy those as like a treat if we go eat at a restaurant or fast food, then we'll have soda, or if we're like camping or something like that. So primarily when we're home, we're just drinking water and milk, and then I have some herbal tea that I drink, and Ricky has coffee that he drinks, but we didn't have to stock up on any of that this time around. Good morning, you guys. It is 5:45, almost 5:45 in the morning. Today I just kind of woke up earlier. I always let myself wake up naturally, so I usually wake up between 6 and 7 naturally, but today I was up at like 5:30, and even though like my body feels tired, like my eyes and stuff, everything feels tired, my brain was just like ready to go. So it's Tuesday, so yesterday we did the grocery haul with you guys, and I mentioned we were gonna do some meal prepping today. Normally we do grocery shopping on Friday, and I meal prep sometimes Friday night, or I meal prep like Saturday or Sunday, but this week was off a little bit. So it's Tuesday, I'm meal prepping, but the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of just make sure the kitchen, I like to start with a fresh kitchen. So if any of you saw the my Fly Lady videos at the beginning of the year, one of the very first things that I do in the morning after, you know, first thing we do is get dressed to shoes. So I have my shoes on. It's just a really good way. It actually tells your brain like it's time to work, which really it does help, you guys. I will put my shoes on first thing in the morning, and I get so much done on those days. If I don't put my shoes on, I'm not productive. Or one of the first habits that we're developing is keeping our sink shining. So I do have some dishes in here that I did not do last night, so I am gonna kind of clean up this a little bit. So we have these are the water bottles. I want to get the water bottles filled up. We have another one over there, so I'm gonna get water bottles filled up, put back in the fridge so they're cold for the girls. Clean up these cups, and then I have the crock pot, which I will need to use, so I'm gonna need to clean that out anyway. And then my husband's coffee cup from this morning. Everyone's different. Like I said, I personally don't like to even start cooking or doing anything until my space is clean, and that just actually helps too, because then it's like forcing you to clean up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring everything out that I want to prep. Basically, I'm gonna be chopping up some fruits and vegetables to make sure those are ready to go for snacking or lunches or whatever. And then I have like 8 meals that I bought ingredients for. So I'm gonna put as many of the ingredients together in a Ziploc bag and probably figure out if I'm gonna freeze them. So I've never done like freezer meals before, crock-pot freezer meals, but I think that's what I'm going for. All right, everything's clean. Those are just water cups. Everything is cleared off. It's about 6 in the morning now. So I'm gonna start with kind of like the breakfast fruit first. So I'm gonna cut the cantaloupe, the strawberries, and then we're gonna get these. I'm gonna wash strawberries off first. So I have these Tupperware I'm gonna use for the strawberries and the cantaloupe. These ones I use for the carrots and cucumbers, and I put some dipping sauce in there. When you chop stuff up and it's available to grab, you have the desire to eat it more. And these we have to eat in the next couple days just because some of them go bad quick. Just put a plastic bag down here so I can just throw those. Oops, so I can just throw those real quick. I'm gonna give this a rinse off real quick. There's probably gonna be another one that we need to eat up pretty quick. It's so soft already. That's good. Girls are gonna have to eat this one today. Probably, maybe today and tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up, wash my hands, and put that away, and then we'll be right back. Alright, now I'm gonna get the carrot stuff ready. So we're gonna do, should be 5 of these. So that's a pound of baby carrots. So these we just divide up between the 5 containers here. I like to do it evenly, because I like to make sure that they're spread out pretty evenly. So usually I'll do 2 cucumbers divided between the 5 of them. So I use these also for Jell-O. So this is what I like. It's just a homestyle ranch dip and spread, so it's really nice and thick. And whatever it takes to get yourself and kids to eat more vegetables. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons. So these are great. So if the kids are hungry, all I have to do is pull this out, and it's already ready to go. If I'm hungry and I want just like a little snack, all I have to do is pull this out. I need more of these square ones actually, because these square ones fit better in here. And then like these ones here are actually good for the Jill. I have my meals on here. So I might have mentioned this yesterday, but a lot of these are going to be new ones that I'm trying, or it's kind of like a spin on something I've done before. It's just another variation of it that I saw someone else doing and it sounded good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through here and see how many recipes call for, you know, like onion and garlic, and I'm going to get that all chopped up. Onions and potatoes. So I have like this whole basket. So I'm going to cut up like 5 onions. I actually have a thing of minced garlic already, so I'm not going to do the garlic. Ricky will only use fresh garlic, but I'm kind of like, whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to also figure out how many potatoes that I need. We're going to start with this, because I have 3 recipes that have potatoes. So each have a big potato and 2 small potatoes, but we'll see. Alright, so this is how much I actually filled up this whole bowl with the 1 recipe worth. So I think that's actually a perfect amount. Alright, the girls are awake now. So one trick I have when I chop up the potatoes to kind of keep them from going like brown or looking weird for a while is I just let them soak in water. It also helps remove some of the excess starch and stuff a little bit, or water, I don't know. Anyways, I do that. So right now I have 2 now. They're cut up. They're sitting in water until I can add them in with everything else. So I'm going to cut up the other ones I have. And I'm not sure where I'm going to set these, but we'll see. Alright, I do not like cutting onions. I'm like crying like a baby. So I know usually if you're crying a lot when you're cutting onions, it's a sign that your knife is not very sharp. We only have 1 knife right now. And it is, I mean, it's over a year old and it hasn't been sharpened, so it's definitely not sharp enough. I would really like to get a good knife set, but I would also really like to get like some type of a chopper, even if it's just those little ones that chop up like the onions really fast. Still, I mean, it's about half of this thing. I know I've seen some people buy like the frozen onions that are already chopped up. So that's probably a good idea to do as well. But I had a whole bag of onions, so now I'm gonna do my carrots. I'm just picking the 4 largest carrots out of the bag. I rinsed them off. I do not peel the carrots. I actually like the carrots all the way together. I am just gonna chop off the top stem. So I'm gonna chop up 4 for our 1 meal, and we still have like a whole bag of carrots. So I might end up, I know the girls want me to do French fries one day with the potatoes, like the homemade fries in the oven. So I'll probably just bake up some carrots at the same time when I do that. Same thing with celery. It's a big thing of celery, but I only use maybe like 2 stalks of celery. Alright, I think all of the cutting prepping is done, so we'll see. So anyways, so everything's just in here until we can put them in the other thing. So I just did, like I said, I just did 4 big carrots and 2 celery stalks. I might add some celery to another recipe just to use it. I don't know, we'll see. But that's just there, ready to go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get the chicken out. Alright, so that's actually 12 pounds of chicken. That's a lot. So, and it was only like $10. It was like 11. We'll say it was $12. So basically like $1 a pound. That's pretty good. That's why I decided to do chicken thighs this time instead of chicken breast, because it is just cheaper. Like I said though, these all have skin on it. But I have 13 freezer bags, so I'm gonna go ahead and just split them up. I'm gonna split it up between the 12, because basically, like I said, I have 12 pounds of chicken, so I'm gonna do a pound in each bag. Alright, so they have the bone in them, so I'm not gonna even deal with trying to take skin or bone or anything out right now. Once they cook and everything kind of falls off the bone, then I can separate it out. It's gonna be an extra step. It's gonna be a little pain in the butt to kind of dig out bones and everything. But basically, I have them all right here. Toy spacing right now. 1 batch I'm actually gonna put in the crock pot for dinner tonight, so I didn't need to use the 12 bags. I only need to do 11. Okay, so I brought out the ingredients with the meat for the crock-pot meals that I feel can be put in the bag now and then, you know, kind of froze together or put in the fridge together. So let's just take a look real quick. So I have my stuff for my chicken enchiladas. We have a garlic and Parmesan chicken potato. We have a corn chowder. We have a potato cheese soup. We have the chicken and rice soup, and then this will be for a creamy chicken, but I don't really need to add anything to it. And then I'm actually going to do the Alfredo in the crock pot today. Alright, so the chicken enchilada, we have our chicken in the bag. It has, you do a can of corn. So I just drained this. I just did the whole kernel. Pour that in the bag. So I've done this one in the crock pot before where I've just done chicken and the enchilada sauce. And then sometimes I've done black olives in it. And I've just done it like that. And then we roll it in tortillas with cheese and stuff later. But I saw another lady who actually did it with the corn and the black beans and the tomatoes with chilies. And I thought that would be a nice little, just a way to kind of like thicken it up, so to speak, make it heartier for Ricky, and to kind of get Ricky to eat more vegetables, because he usually just eats chicken and rice. This one I'm gonna try. It's the Mexican style lime and cilantro. So we're gonna pour that one in. And that one I drained out a little bit too. Can of black beans, I already rinsed it. All right, now we're just gonna pour in the enchilada sauce. Can in there? Yeah, I can. Cool. And we're gonna go ahead and squish it all around. Just gonna be gentle so I don't like break the bag or anything. Alright, so I'm gonna write the date and the name on. So like I said, the only thing that's gonna be weird, I'm gonna have to like, you know, get the bone and the deal with the bone and the skin later. It is what it is. Chicken and potato, the Parmesan. Melted butter, but we'll do that once it goes in the crock pot. So we need garlic cloves, so let me just get, it says 5 garlic cloves, so I'm just gonna do like, I don't know, like 2 tablespoons of these in there. Ooh, smells good. Lots of garlic, because this is a garlic dish. 2 tablespoons of Parmesan. I will probably put way more than 2. I'm gonna do like 2 good pinches, and then when we cook it, I will add more. Okay, and salt and pepper. I'm just gonna season it a little bit now, and then we'll season it also before we cook it. Thyme, which I don't normally use thyme, so this was a new one you guys saw in my grocery haul, so we gotta open it up. It's good. So we'll do like a cup, we'll do like a sprinkle of this, because we don't really know how much. I feel like we should put some oil in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, even though the lady I watched, I don't think she did. But we're gonna add a little bit. I feel like this one will do better here. It lifts up a lot easier. Okay, our chicken corn chowder. 2 cans of the regular whole corn, and 1 can of the cream style corn. Potatoes, Worcestershire sauce. All right, so I drained the cans, so I'm gonna add my 2 cans of regular corn, my can of cream corn, my potatoes. I drain these back out. There's 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then it says a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Probably salt and pepper as well. Okay. All right, so we got 3 meals down. Look at that. Woohoo! I'm just not sure how I'm gonna store these yet. Chicken, potato, cheese, soup. See, we're gonna do our potatoes. Salt and pepper in there. Chickens have potato, oh, onion and garlic. Okay, like a half a cup. All right, this one we'll just do 1 tablespoon of garlic. And then we're gonna do some chicken broth. I'll add more chicken broth when it's time to cook it. And then we do the cream cheese with this one, but we won't do that till after the chicken is actually done cooking. So we're gonna do about, we'll just fill this. Okay, chicken and rice. Now we have our chicken. We have our carrots and celery. We'll do half a cup of onion, a tablespoon of garlic, cayenne pepper and thyme, the chicken broth. And we'll add more chicken broth, probably most likely when we cook this. It's a creamy chicken, but most of that is going to be done just the day I do it. So this is just going to go in the freezer. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 freezer crock-pot meals ready to go. I'm going to do 1 crock-pot meal right now, so that's 6. And then I have another recipe that I can do, but there's nothing I can really mix ahead of time. It's all done the day of. I have an extra 4 bags of chicken. I can just freeze them and then figure out what we're going to make later. That way. So the rest of this I'm going to see if I can put in the freezer. Okay, that was a challenge. Okay, we have a small fridge and freezer. I would really like to get like a bigger freezer like for the garage, but that's like a later deal. Because if I start really getting into this freezer, like meal prepping, then I could totally use it. And I still have to clean up, I need to clean up my mess and then get the crock pot meal for today going. So this is what we got going on. So I have all the freezer ones down here. So I have this in here so while they're like freezing in case something spills. But I did this way, that way they can lay flat and they can, you know, they don't take as much space. So really I can only do 5 at a time because that's all that I can fit in here. I have our vegetables and ice cream, and then these are all of the other chicken. And my husband had leftover chicken patties from camping. So that's what's here. So basically chicken patties and then the other chicken, and then we have frozen hot dogs still. So that is just the way that's gonna be. And then, you know, just the few things we have here, and I have like a thing of ground beef in here as well. So the stuff that I made earlier, so the cut up vegetables are here, cantaloupe, and then I put the other cantaloupe and strawberries down here. But yeah, I think, you know, this is my very first time doing it, so I think it, you know, took me a little longer. So it's 8:50, and I started at about 5:45. So let's see, so 6. So basically 3 hours. I've been going at it for 3 hours. I think the next time, because you know this was kind of my first time ever even putting it in there, I feel like it went pretty good, but I think next time I'll have a better rhythm. Plus I was learning to cut onions a totally different way. So I'm gonna clean this up real quick, and then we'll get the last thing in the crock pot. Alright, so I've cleaned up this part. All that stuff's put away. We're gonna go ahead and put the stuff for tonight's crock pot dinner away. I emptied the dishes from what I did this morning, and then I still need to wash. I need to throw, that's the chicken things I need to throw away. I need to wash those dishes. But we're gonna get everything in the crock pot real quick. It's 9 o'clock. We're gonna put this chicken and onion, 1 tablespoon of garlic, salt, pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. And then use whatever your favorite Alfredo sauce is. This is the Artisan 4 cheese, so it's the Alfredo, but the reason I got it is because it has Asiago in it, and my husband's made an Asiago chicken, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping this will help, because once you have Asiago instead of Alfredo, like Alfredo will taste very bland. So we'll just do the best we can. So we're just gonna do this one. Has the 4 different cheeses in it, and we're gonna pour it right over top. I like to cook on high for like 6 hours just because I like really tender chicken. So we're gonna cook it on high, and then after 4 hours we're gonna add broccoli. And I set it for 6, and so it's 9 o'clock now. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So at 1 o'clock, roughly, we'll add broccoli. And then when it's done, I'll cook up we're doing linguine noodles instead of fettuccine noodles. So I am going to bring the noodles out just so I have, so I know those are the noodles I'm using. Let me put my seasonings away. My floor is super sticky. So I have these. We're not going to make the whole box. I'll make like half of the box. So these are just out on the counter, so I know that's what's going with that. And then like I said, at about 1 o'clock, we'll add some broccoli on there. And then, well, what I'll probably do at that, before I add the broccoli, I'm going to see if I can get the, I'll check it periodically and see when I can get the bone and the skin out of there. Again, that wasn't ideal. Alright, I'm officially done. 9:25. Alright, so because I'm not going to the YMCA, I could choose to keep prepping some stuff. I'm going to eat breakfast because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I do kind of like intermittent fasting, so I don't eat right when I wake up. I eat after I've been up for a couple hours. So I have these egg bake things. So I just put a tater tot in the muffin pan, like these mini muffins, and I pour egg and cheese mixture over it, and then we bake it. So I have enough, because I usually eat 4 at a time. I have enough still for 2 days, so I could make a batch of that today for the week, because that's always my breakfast, is I eat like 4 of these and like a piece of fruit. So we're gonna preheat the oven to 425. Okay, I do 6 eggs basically per thing, so I'm gonna do 12 eggs. I'm gonna crack them. I'm just gonna put them all, I'm gonna do 6 at a time, so I'll do 6 I'll crack 6 in here, whisk it all up, add some salt and pepper, and then we're gonna pour it in there with the tater tots. Alright, so we have all the tater tots in there. So I just go over the instructions. So when we're ready, we're just gonna cook this in the oven for like 24 minutes. Alright, they're done. So we're gonna let them cool, and then we'll just put them in those 2 containers right there. So I think that was a success. We got all of the dinners prepped. We got breakfast done. We got fruits and veggies cut. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy seeing the grocery hauls and the meal prepping videos, please give this video a thumbs up so I know that you want to see more of it, and I'll be sure to share those with you. Keep in mind, the meals that I share with you, those are not meals that we have every single week. They might rotate through the month. So we might have, 2 or 3 other weeks that would have some new meals, and then we basically rotate through all of those meals. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!